How do you get from Miami, Florida to outer space? With big dreams and a lot of perseverance. Former astronaut Winston Scott overcame the limitations of a largely segregated education with his own determination, the help of dedicated teachers, and the welcoming support of the Southwest Boys Club. Winston attended the club for 5 years, playing basketball, performing in a jazz band, and working as a junior staff member. When he graduated from high school, club director Hank Klein awarded him a lifetime membership card. Winston went on to study music at Florida State University before joining the Navy, where he earned a distinguished record of service as a naval aviator and officer. In 1992, Captain Winston Scott was selected by NASA and reported to the Johnson Space Center. He served as a mission specialist on the STS-72 Endeavour in 1996 and STS-87 Columbia in 1997, logging nearly 25 days in space, including 3 spacewalks, totaling 19 hours and 26 minutes. Captain Scott retired from NASA and the Navy in 1999 to become Vice President of Student Affairs at Florida State University. He now serves as Dean of the College of Aeronautics at Florida Institute of Technology in Melbourne, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Winston Scott.
Good evening to everyone, and thank you so very much. It is indeed a pleasure to be here this evening with you and receive this honor. Let me recognize, first of all, my wife Marilyn is here. We will celebrate 40 years of marriage this coming September, so I have to recognize her, because anybody that will put up with me for 40 years deserves their own recognition. Yeah. As I was thinking, they told me before I came up here I had about 3 to 4 minutes to talk. And I was thinking at 18,000 miles per hour, I'd travel about 1,200 miles in the 4 minutes that I'm allowed to speak. But I'm glad that I'm not traveling that 1,200 miles. I'm glad that I'm standing in this one spot with you here tonight, because this is such an incredible honor. I was looking at the pictures and they showed one from space. I remember seeing that exact picture from space. I remember looking out of the right side of the space shuttle and I could see all the way down to about Key West, and looking at the left side of the space shuttle at the same time I could see all the way up to New York. And as I could look down, there was a night pass. I could see a cluster of lights that I knew was Miami. Now I could not specifically see what was the Southwest Boys Club. That's where I grew up. But I could see the city of Miami. I can tell you this, even though I could not see the Southwest Boys Club, the influence that the club had on my life was with me and remains with me to this day. I participated in sports at the club, but I think the biggest thing that I took from it was the opportunity to experience leadership. I was a junior counselor, and I coached the little boys basketball teams. I ran arts and crafts. I refereed some of the sports. And I didn't know it at the time, but I really believe those were the seeds that were planted in me that helped me achieve my goals. Somebody asked me just before this event started if I had to give advice to any of the young people who are participating in the Boys and Girls Clubs. I would say just that. Take advantage of everything the club has to offer, including the opportunity to develop your leadership skills. I have been incredibly blessed to do some of the things in my life that most people never get to do. And I can truthfully say that it might not have happened had it not been for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. So thanks again, folks, and have a nice evening.